This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, and verse 11. It says, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death." All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, before I begin this exhortation, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well with the correct doctrines and exhortations of the heavenly scriptures. Peace and salutations to you, hopeful elect Akim, that's out there doing his work in all truth, faith, and sincerity, and fear of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And as well, you few sincere Akwaf, our sisters that come across these videos. Shalom. All right, this is going to be a quick one. All right, I'm just at the plantation on my lunch break. And I was just meditating on this precept right here. All right, as it pertains to the times that we're in. All right, the key point out of this precept, all right, is that they love not their lives unto the death. All right, and that's got to be the mind frame as of right now, man. Okay, can't be getting caught up in the world. All right, so I'm gonna read it again. Revelation 11 and Revelation 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Who was the him that they overcame? All right, it's talking about the self-proclaimed white man. All right, starting with the top wicked elite banking families on down. All right, the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan to do the bidding of the left-hand side on the planet Earth. All right. Now how you overcome him, ultimately it's talking about that mark that he's going to push. All right, the M-A-R-K, the beast that we read in Revelation, the 13th chapter. All right, in which you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you have it surgically inserted within your right hand or forehead. Right, and this is, the ultimate goal of the elites, man, the top wicked elite. Okay, is to push this on earth. All right, and it's going to allow them complete and total control. All right, which is what they want. Okay, so when we resist that, that's us overcoming that. But what mind frame you got to be in order to resist, you see? All right, because if you in the mind frame and you still in the world and you want to be friends with the world, which is enmity against the Most High, all right, then it's a wrap. You're not gonna have a mind frame to resist unto death if necessary. All right, so let me continue on. It says, "And by the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives unto the death." Okay, and the word of our testimony is, this prophecies, man. Okay, we've been called into this ministry, and Lord willing chosen. As the scripture say, many are called, few are chosen. Okay, and this right here, this is speaking towards the chosen, man. All right, those that overcame him and they didn't love their lives unto the death. All right, because ultimately, bro's gonna be faced with that choice. All right, a live or die type of situation. As a matter of fact, I believe when you go to the second chapter here in Revelation 2 and verse 10, it says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." Okay, the devil, Esau, Edom, the devil. All right, through their martial law troops, are gonna gather certain of us. All right, into FEMA camps and whatnot. All right. It says that ye may be tried. Okay, that's what this is about. That's what this whole Jacob trouble is about, man. It's a trial period. All right, the final exam, if you will. Just like in school, you got a plethora of tests you got to take throughout the year in different courses. All right, but the final exam, all right, is when you prove all the way. All right, is when you all the way tested with all the things that you have learned. All right, in order to go on to the next level, right, to the next grade. Okay, and it's the same way now. We're trying to go on to the next level, all right, in this truth, which is everlasting life, man. All right, those new extraterrestrial bodies and being the first fruits of the kingdom, the first go around. Okay, that's the goal. So it says, "Put you into the prisons that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days." Now, it ain't talking about a literal 10 days. It could be 10 or it could be more. Okay. It says, but here's the point: "Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Okay. And what situation does this make you think of? All right. For me, I think of Daniel, the 3rd chapter, with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay. How they were faced with that ultimatum, so to speak. All right. Of bowing down to that golden image of Nebuchadnezzar, or else, or else be thrown into the fiery furnace and lose their lives. Okay. But they chose. Matter of fact, let me just get there, because I'll go right to the point. All right, Daniel, the 3rd chapter. Let's see. Salakia. Bear with me. All right, let me get to the point. Verse 15. It says, "Now if ye be ready, that at that time when you hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made." All right, it's the king Nebuchadnezzar speaking to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, because you had them being accused, by those wicked, I want to say, counselors of the king, magi's and whatnot, that was saying, hey, you got these nefarious people in the kingdom, man, that don't keep your laws. All right, and ultimately, we supposed to be keeping the laws of the Most High. Scripture says, we ought to obey the Most High rather than man. Okay, so, but in these times, only the elect is going to have that mind frame when it comes down to a life or death situation. Right? If you stuck in a world and you're thinking about your family, you're thinking about your money, bitches, whatever, all right, you'll hesitate in that moment. All right, we got to be confident and not hesitate. We got to be confident in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai Shai, because just because they was faced with this situation didn't ultimately mean they're ruined. Matter of fact, let's keep reading. It says, "But if you worship not, you shall be cast the same hour into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. And who is the God that shall deliver you out of my hands?" You see, and this Nebuchadnezzar speaking proudly against them, right, as if he was the end all be all. All right, and there wasn't a power over him. All right, but we read in the 4th chapter of this, Daniel, the 4th chapter. All right, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and give up it to whomsoever he will, even the basis of men. Roughly paraphrasing that. All right, that Daniel 4:17. So, but let's keep reading. Salakia. Verse 16, it says, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said unto the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter." Meaning, they didn't hesitate to answer the king in that matter. All right, because they knew, it's a power above him, all right, that can deliver out of that type of situation. Okay, it says, and that was confidence. All right, this was faith right here. This was them fear, because ultimately they did it out of fear of the Lord. All right, it tells us in Proverbs 14:26, "The fear of the Lord is a strong confidence, and his children shall have place of refuge." All right, so in them obeying the Most High, and fearing him, they had this confidence to speak to the king, man. Okay, it says, "If it be so, our God whom we serve is able to deliver us out of the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up." So they said pretty much, hey, if we live or die, we still ain't gonna worship that image, man. Okay? And it's the same way now, man. There's no different, nothing new under the sun, as scripture says. All right, we're gonna be faced with our darkest hour, our temptation, as the scripture says. Whether or not you're gonna take that MARK, the beast, that charagma, all right, that digital wallet, so to speak, all right, or be faced with the guillotine and death. Okay, and this got to be the mind frame, and we know, when you read further down in this chapter, what eventually happened. All right, they was delivered. You had the angel in there, a 4th person in there with them. All right, and which was Yahweh Shai. All right, he was with them in the fire, man. Okay, and it's the same way with us now, man. The Lord is gonna be with us in this fire, man. All right. Jacob's trouble. You see. Now, going back to Revelation. Was it Revelation 12? It said, and they love not their lives unto the death, right? When you jump over to what is it? Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 4, verse 28. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee, right? And in that account with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, the Lord ultimately fought for them, all right? Delivered them in a miraculous fashion, man, all right? The fire didn't even touch them at all. No part of them was, a hair on their head was scorched, all right? So, yeah, man, and the scriptures speak about how in these times you're going to be scarcely saved, all right? Though the situation may look scary, all right, we'll have confidence in the Lord willing, all right, and that's moving in his spirit, all right? But ultimately that comes from the detachment of this world, all right? And that's the main point of the lesson, man, is the detaching from the world to be strong, to be stronger in the Lord. That might be the title. I don't know. Get this Micah 2:10, what I always bring out. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right, speaking about the Israelites. Okay, we supposed to detach. This telling us to detach from this place in a spiritual sense. All right, not physically getting on the plane and flying to another country, another location. All right, that's not ultimately what's going to deliver us, man. All right, it's detaching ourselves mentally from this place in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. All right, through having, through our fear and faith in Him. You see, because what does the scripture say? Say, though hand be joined in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. All right, and you got 2/3 of our people that's locked hand in hand with this devil. Okay, and they're gonna receive that same judgment. All right, it says. And it says, it is not your rest. There's another scripture to say, there remaineth therefore a rest for the people of the Most High. You see, and those that cease from the labor have, I know I'm roughly paraphrasing it, but the rest is talking about the kingdom. All right, that's what that's where our affection is set at. All right, Colossians the 3rd chapter tells you to set your affections on things in heaven and not on earth. All right, and also, I'm just paraphrasing these scriptures. It's another scripture that say, store up your treasures in heaven and not on earth. Okay, so this all goes into detaching, man. It says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction, man. All right, and this place is polluted. All right, one of the main ways it's polluted is through its pride, man. Pride of this place, that's a illness, man, a sickness. All right, that can destroy you. And you got people that's stuck in their ways. That's the reason why 2/3 of our people are stuck in their ways. All right, is because they proud against the Lord. They thinking the Lord ain't gonna do nothing. All right. That says that Amos 9:10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. Will say this evil shall not overtake nor prevent them. So they think that they can constantly transgress the law. All right. Be fully immersed in the society. All right, and ain't nothing gonna happen. Hey, well, you out your fucking mind, man. Okay. But it says it shall even destroy you with a sword of destruction. That sword of destruction is going into those different. Well, first, it's gonna destroy you mentally, all right, morally, spiritually, and then goes into physically. All right, and this can happen before Jacob's trouble. All right. You see, this is something we got to take with us in our mentality on our day-to-day walk, man. All right. But how much more so when shit really, really get to popping off, man, in Jacob's trouble. All right, so that's pretty much the point of the lesson. All right, like I said, I didn't mean this to be no long, drawn-out lesson. This is a quick little lunch break exhortation. And Lord willing, it's edifying to you, hopefully, like Aquaf out there. All right, to encourage you to, to detach, continue to detach, focus on the truth. All right. More and more, read, study, fast if necessary. All right, a lot of spirits is ramping up to try to, sift men. You know, Satan is always sifting. Got to remember that. All right. And yeah, man, keep the faith. There's more scriptures that I could have got, of course, but you know, I'm just gonna leave it at that. And hopefully it was edifying. Till next time, I say shalom.